Welcome back to Courcillon Gaming and our playthrough of Greedfall. And we are picking up where we left off with the issues between the natives and the congregation guard, I guess it is, wanting to
shed blood. We want to give life back to the earth.
wanting to plant trees.
What's happening here, soldier?
These islanders want to enter a plot of land that belongs to the congregation.
They are denying us access to the glade.
We must heal it. Otherwise, this land will die.
I am sorry, but we cannot let you enter
Rather
this
aggressive,
area.
isn't he?
But we only want to plant some new trees. Bring life back.
These people are fanatics, Your Excellency. Several woodcutters died last night, and I'm willing to bet that these savages had a hand in it.
You are killing the earth, so it kills you in return. All of you are cursed.
Shut it, you savage!
De Sardet, I am the legate of the merchant congregation on this island. I came to shed light on this affair. You said that some woodcutters died.
Aye, they fell sick and died a few hours later. But the camp doctor will be able to tell you more about it. You'll find him in the barracks right here.
Thank you, soldier. I'll go see him.
Please, Your Excellency, you may come in.
This is a very stupid dispute, but I do kind of like this scenario. It's
Hello,
just
Doctor.
not well executed.
I am the legate of the congregation. I was told about the disputes caused by this camp, and a soldier told me that several woodcutters died recently.
Yes. They got sick yesterday afternoon, and a few hours later they were dead. I couldn't do anything except watch them writhing in pain. None of my remedies worked. If seeing corpses doesn't bother you, you can come and see the bodies. They're here. I hope that whatever killed them is not contagious.
These poor woodcutters look like they've suffered. This one has a swollen tongue, blood at the corner of the mouth. There are some peculiar red patches on the bodies. His eyes are bloodshot. This man choked to death. A strong smell of ammonia. The entrails must have been perforated.
Okay.
So, what do you think? Do you recognize their disease?
They didn't die of disease. They were poisoned. There's no doubt about it.
You're probably right. But I've heard these savages talking so much about curses, so I thought it must be a mysterious disease, rather than seeing what was before my eyes. But how could these three men be poisoned?
I'm not sure. Do their symptoms not point to anything?
No. I've never seen such a deadly poison with these symptoms.
You're not a very good doctor.
Have you noticed anyone unusual here?
Unusual? No.
Did they drink anything in particular?
They like to drink their fills in the evening. Life is dreary here. But if the poison was in the alcohol, I'd also be on the pile of corpses.
What did they eat yesterday? Did they eat any mushrooms?
No, we avoid that kind of thing. We don't know enough about the region's plant life. The congregation provides us with dry produce, otherwise we eat game. Yesterday they butchered a beast brought by the hunters.
Hunters?
Natives who bring us game regularly in exchange for knickknacks. But they've been restocking us for months. I struggle to believe that they're involved.
Well, we'll see what they have to say. Where can I find them?
They usually hunt on the edge of the wood that leads to this camp.
Alright. Bring up the map. Basically, we need to go down the hill. Did I not? I thought I unlocked that camp area. Or is it not? Yeah, it is in this side of the anything. Alright, we'll set up camp here just so that we have it. I want to check my ammo real quick because I don't think I've done that for a while. We're fine with ammo. Okay. Come on, you two. Let's go back to the hunters. Piece of fox.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
That was easy enough.
Oi! This is our prey, Renaigse. How can we earn our reward if you hunt our prey?
We were looking for you.
Us? What do you want from us?
3 woodcutters were poisoned yesterday after eating what you brought them.
Poisoned? I swear we are not responsible for this.
Listen, all the clues lead to you, but it may simply have been an accident. How about you tell me exactly what happened?
It wasn't really an accident, but we did not want to kill them either.
Then tell me how it happened.
We did not decide to do this. We were trading beautiful things with the camp. But the elder said that we would be traitors to our clan if we let the woodcutters cut down all the trees.
Which elder?
One of the old men from Vigigidor, our village. He is very angry because we cannot heal the glade. He gave us the meat of an andrig killed by a venomous dosentats. Its flesh is perfectly edible when prepared with certain berries, but without them, eating it would be lethal. And since the Renaigse invaded our forest, these berries are nowhere to be found. He wanted it to be a lesson for them, so that they may understand that their destruction brings death.
I will not hold you responsible, but from now on you will no longer bring meat to this camp. You are the instruments of a hateful old man's vengeance. And I'm under the impression that there will be even more deaths if I do not get to the root of this problem.
The Vegigido elder thought it best to take vengeance into his own hands. I understand his anger, but Dunkus would not approve of this. He would say that bloodshed only leads to more bloodshed, and he wouldn't be wrong.
This whole thing could turn into an open war. We cannot let that happen. Serdet Courcillon will be able to give some advice on how to solve this property conflict, without violence.
Okay. Yeah, I don't... I'm gonna go over here for a moment just to find out what that location is. But I don't like the execution of this scenario because...
Poison on my blade. And let's go!
What are we fighting? Oh. Damn it. Just slash it. Damn it. Would you? You. There. Let me run. I clicked on it. Oh, and our other carcasses are still alive over there. Or not alive, lootable. But anyways, as I was saying, this whole scenario, like, I like the idea of it, but it is a little poorly executed because there's a lack of ecological understanding, I guess, would be the best way to put it. And this is why I hate environmentalists, because, like, a little bit of knowledge with them, is this? Okay, no, we want to go across the glade. Becomes dangerous, because they think they know, but they don't know. And, alright, so basically what it boils down to is, like a forest. I mentioned at the end of the last episode, explained a little bit about how forest regeneration works, and you get growing back basically seeds from what was there before, but what species has the advantage is dependent on the microclimate. Basically, whether you have wet years or what do I want to do? Alright, we'll do craftsmanship because we get level 3 with Kurt now. But anyways, so, like, one tree, depending on the species, can reseed, you know, multiple acres if, the conditions are right. And yeah, got caught on Tetris there for a moment. And it's like the whole scenario is a mess. But all you have to do is just, you know, stop working in a section of land for a little while and it would start to regrow. Once you open up the canopy and have sunlight coming down again, like anything and everything that has seeds in that area is going to start growing. It just, that's the way it works. We need to head upstairs. Probably through the throne room, which we shouldn't be interrupting anything with Constantine.
Lieutenant, I demand an explanation. Tell us what is going on. We haven't heard anything about Lord D'Orsay's condition in spite of our inquiries. We are extremely worried. And then all of a sudden one of his guards appears, shaken and on his own, though he is part of his retinue.
Please, Allow me the chance to shed some light, my lady.
Your soldier is nothing more than a coward for abandoning his highness.
Tell me, what is going on?
This soldier has just reported in. He is asking for reinforcements. He believes that Lord D'Orsay has been attacked.
He believes? He ran here without full knowledge of what happened firsthand.
I was sent on patrol far from the camp, but I heard screams, from men and from beasts. I wanted to return to camp, but then I heard a deafening sound, grinding, like a landslide. I thought then it would be best just to go and get help.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You are dismissed. I would like to have a discussion with this man alone.
Yes, sir.
My lady, could you lead these fine people into the hallway, if you would be so kind?
Certainly. I deplore this embarrassing turn of events, but know that you have my full support in all circumstances.
In the interest of avoiding a general panic, tell me precisely what happened back there.
Your cousin ordered us to escort him beyond the town limits. The islander convinced him to go on some journey.
By islander, do you mean the Denegad that came to treat his affliction?
Yes, a strange bird. Missing more than one feather, you ask me, sir. I was ordered to set up patrol along a small path, rather far from the rest of the company. I was told to protect our perimeter from anyone wandering along. According to the islander, it was the only access to their planned destination. I did my rounds for quite some time. Not a soul came along. But then I heard cries a ways off, and I went running to help. I heard an enormous crashing sound like an avalanche of rocks. So then I turned right back around.
And you ran all the way here? Do you know precisely where the company was when you heard these sounds?
No, not precisely. I hadn't gone there. But I could show you where I was posted. The islander said they were following the path, but he was quite a ways ahead when I lost sight of them.
Why didn't you go and look for yourself? To see if they had been buried by a rock slide?
What? Alone? What could I have done? It seemed of greater urgency to go and get help.
I'm still having trouble deciding if cowardice or intelligence got the best of you. But that's a question for your superiors. My cousin was quite weak. Do you know why he decided to follow the Denegad?
His Highness was feeling much better. The potions that he was drinking must have been potent. I mean to show no disrespect to His Highness, but that islander had the high ground in the War of Wits. I wasn't privy to their counsel. I haven't the beginning of an explanation for the expedition, but your cousin was all full of enthusiasm and ordered that we set out as quick as we could make ready.
That sounds like him. What sort of mess has he gotten himself into? Again?
I am sorry, sir, but I don't know anything else I could tell you.
Dismissed, soldier. Looks like I'm going on an expedition.
Thank you, sir.
Something else I do not like about this game's design on occasion is that you come into the throne room and it doesn't matter. Like, I'm literally just coming in here
Locked.
in order to get up to the Courcillon's office. And I imagine that they purposely designed it this way because of and it switched me over. Okay, it just completely canceled the mission that we were doing. Like, it is not... Because this is Petrus, this is Afra. The little thing that we were doing with the foresters and going to, you know, visit the Courcillon is just... It's gone now. And it's like... I mean, I imagine if I would talk to him right now, we would continue on with it. But... like... It is not fair to the player to basically force them to go through a path that will cancel out the task they are working on. And I mean, there's no big reward or anything for doing this particular little side quest. There's no fancy weapon that you get at the end of it, or other, you know, gear or anything like that. We leveled up fighting, so it's not even like I would be getting enough XP points in order to level up again and get, you know, the skill point rewards from that. But in other games where, like, every mission you do would have some sort of reward besides XP, you do not want to be sending a player through a part of the map in order to finish a mission and have something that happens in that area cancel out that mission. I mean, it is... I just showed you, it is completely gone from our quest logs. And I absolutely hate that. I mean, granted, this whole situation coming into talk with him would have created a lot of back and forth, and us, you know, visiting his office and then going and I'll show you the other location where we would have been going. It would have been from there down to here in the archives, and then there is another set of archives downstairs, and loot. Which doors? This doors? No? Wrong doors? There are another set of archives down here somewhere, I think. Yeah. These archives. You know, we would have been going back and forth between all of that in order to complete the mission, and it would have taken us the rest of the episode. But now it's... I don't know. And I'm also, because we have triggered this particular mission, because we had to go back to the throne room, I am not worried that we're not going to be able to do the DLC because we're too far ahead in the main storyline if we continue on with that. And there's the little DLC thing. I've never actually played the DLC. I bought it separately. I bought it after I had decided to do this game for the channel. And, I really don't know what I want to do right now. You know, whether I want to go find Constantine's camp. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, let's go do that. And then we'll come back and next episode we'll work on DLC stuff. But I mean, it just... I mean, there are do side character missions. Siora now has something that she wants to talk to us about again. What do you want?
Karans, could you help me once more?
What is it?
I must prepare the ritual for our mother's funeral, and I think that I will need your help.
But your sister will be there. Surely you'd rather be together.
For the ritual, yes, it will only be the two of us. But before that, your support would be a great help. Will you come with me?
Alright, we will do
Alas,
that in the next
I have other urgent
episode.
tasks I must take care of before I can accompany you.
I understand, but do not take too long. Anything else?
No.
I must leave you. See you later.
Alright. Anyways, let's go rescue Constantine again. And, or at least investigate what we can. I mean, I get it. They basically set up this whole back and forth and triggering more in the story, every time you go into the throne room, because they didn't know how to move your main mission along
Poison on my blade. Then let's go!
without doing that. But, like, I feel like there could have been better ways to go about it. But I mean, it's things like this why I have never been able to play the full 100% of the game in a single playthrough. And it's very frustrating. Down, puppy. Okay, away the weapon. Alright. But I mean, early on in the game, like, nothing happens when you go in to report to Constantine.
This is the camp that Constantine's escort must have established.
It looks more like a battlefield. I hope the Donegad and your cousin survived the fight.
Search the zone. Let's see if we can find any clues as to what's happened here.
But
The tents were lacerated by what looks like claws. And there
Yes.
are traces of blood everywhere. Some of these men must have been attacked in their sleep. By beasts? Most of the weapons are missing. Our soldiers wouldn't have taken a rest without defenses. Our soldiers were attacked by surprise, and there were animals among the assailants. However, our men reacted properly. They were armed and they fled as best they could. There are no bodies, and no sign of Constantin or Catasach's presence
no
here.
bodies.
Perhaps they were in
What the
another
hell?
place, and the soldiers wanted to join them. We need to follow the tracks.
Alright. Doesn't look like there's anything else that we have to investigate here. Oh, there's no enemy
This area
bodies.
has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the zone and taken this path followed by their assailants.
But I very much hate that, you know, you can't do a full playthrough
This is a sacred place of a native cult.
because
No
of
doubt
how
this is
the
where
story
Catasach and
progresses.
Constantin were going.
It isn't really a place of a cult, but rather a place of anchoring. A place where Donegada perform a ritual to become Sinol Menawi. These places are charged with great energy. Perhaps Catasach wanted to use it to bring relief to your cousin.
Perhaps. There are bodies, and without a doubt there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we are able to find.
I'm gonna loot this other beast. Well, other upper beast.
Crater. Without a doubt caused by an explosive potion. The soldiers might have been carrying them. They must have been desperate to have taken such drastic measures. The corpses of both men and beasts. These soldiers fought dearly until the end. Neither Constantin nor Catasach are among them. This blade is a native ritual knife, and this bowl contained a potion. Someone wanted to perform a ritual here.
Very big
Could
bowl.
Catasach have found a better means to alleviate Constantin's symptoms? Constantin and Catasach must have been visiting this place. Perhaps performing some sort of healing ritual. When the attack took place, the soldiers intervened, and many fell during the fight. But a group was able to escape down this path. We need to continue following their tracks. More tracks. Footprints. They must have fled this way. Strange. These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat.
Well, they're on fire, dumbass.
These weapons are in terrible condition. Whatever did these men come up against? Another burnt tree. This path seems to have been scorched in flames.
Let's actually put stasis coating on the weapon.
Let's see if you can ward off
More signs of an explosion. I can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many explosive potions.
Why?
These poor soldiers were torn to pieces. Animals again, or something else.
There were a lot of soldiers, so why couldn't they have carried that many explosive potions? We
New
certainly have though.
footprints. It looks as if a group met up with them and took this path. There was more fighting over here. There are not only the corpses of our own men, but where could these other soldiers have come from? More signs of explosions. But what were they doing with all these explosives on them?
Alright, that's just a loop around. I was gonna say, is that another skill altar side path? But it's not, so.
There are footprints. Only a handful made it up to here.
Alright, pause to read. That's not part of this mission, but it is interesting. Alright.
The path stops on this overhang, and despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of Constantin or Catasach.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
And that. And that.
And these rocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. What could have happened here? I don't recognize these men. Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see. According to this note, this troop came from an outpost of the Bridge Alliance close by. A patrol, no doubt. Could the bridge in some way be linked to this attack? That makes no sense.
Why not?
These vials look familiar. Catasach used the very same to stock his potions. He must have come here. I'm going to pick them up. I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's. Oh, Constantin, what have you gotten yourself into again? Very well. Let's sum things up. Constantin and Catasach definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual, but they were attacked. An attack obviously involving wild animals. And then there are these traces of inexplicable flames. Could it be magic?
You cannot suspect my people are behind this attack. You have strayed far from the path. No one would have attacked Catasach.
Unless he himself was behind it. He is a powerful Donegad. The beasts obey him.
How could you even think something like that? He is a healer. He brought comfort to your cousin.
Perhaps he only did it to gain our trust. With Constantin captive, he now has leverage to apply to the colonists and force them to accept his conditions. But in all truth, I have no idea what to think. But regardless of who is guilty, I must find my cousin. We could return to Wenxavier to learn more. Perhaps Catasach returned there. Or maybe his Voglendai could tell us where to find him. We are also going to have to visit the outpost. Their soldiers were involved in the combat, or at least the end of it. They must have some stories for us.
That trail seems a better one to follow. Catasach is a good man, but the soldiers and the lions have already betrayed you.
That's true, but I do not see how they could have made these animals obey them. However, one way or another, Constantin is in danger. Let us be on our way without further delay.
Alright. Okay, it wants us to go back to the whatchamacallit first. And we need to backtrack this whole way because they can't give us a path down. Alright. As far as the DLC goes, I know a little bit about what it's about, but, like I said, I've never played it. I was sort of waiting to bring it, like, to the channel to actually play through it. And I haven't watched anybody else play it. I actually haven't watched anybody else play this game except for, you know, looking up some of my favorite cutscenes before I had my own recordings of them. Namely, Asco here. And him being in awesome kick-ass captain on his ship. I love those opening scenes with him. Yeah, basically the game has just made us backtrack the entire trail, because there are no camps or fast travel points up there. We have a little loot chest there. Lovely. This is not a trail. Hello, where is the trail? Alright. We're finally here. Ah. That camp. Our camp. We have an old dagger. Some other stuff. Yeah, we're good. So, fast travel. I just want to give her that. She can use it. She gets to keep it. Or it's a little dagger. We don't have any. Oh. Right. Still amazes me that I have so much money in this game. I've never had that much money in this game. Alright, let's find out what we can about Catasach.
I've heard stories of your exploits. Thank you for all you've done. It's unusual for us to be offered aid by a Renaigse. It seems my Tiern was right. You are on Almanawi. How can I help?
Catasach has disappeared. Would you have any idea as to where he went?
What? But my Tiern followed you to help you. How would I know where to find him?
I don't know exactly what happened, but he took my cousin to a particular place. A place to perform a ritual. Their escort was attacked, decimated by beasts and by magic. And my cousin and Catasach have disappeared.
And you believe that the Tiern has taken your cousin and killed his soldiers? Your heart must beat in shadow to believe that the man who offered you his hand only did so in order to better betray you.
Wait. This is not what my friend wanted you to hear. Perhaps they were wounded. And your master wanted to take Constantin to a safe haven to heal him. We must find them at all costs. Wherever they are, they most certainly need help.
Forgive me, Doneged. Your words are true. I spoke without thinking. But I do not know how I can help you.
There may be a way. I found these vials of potion on the battlefield. Do they belong to your master?
They could very well, but let me see them closely. No, they are not his. This potion does not seem like any of those my master prepares. I do not know this smell. The plants used to make it do not come from here. Another Doneged must be implicated. But none that I know would attack Catasach. May the trees protect us. Who would attack the water that heals? The earth that feels? They must be in grave danger.
Yes. I sincerely hope that we will find them. That they are alive and well. I must go. I need to continue my investigations.
When you have discovered anything, let me know.
Okay.
I have to go.
Yes, you already said that. the hell did we get from that side over to this side? Right. No fast travel. And now we will backtrack to the outpost. Alright. Sorry. But we use the fungi for a lot of different things. Really? Guys? Do we have to do that now? Alright. Which way were we going? We went the completely wrong way from the camp. But I saw bodies and figured that was the way we were supposed to go. Alright. Yeah. And now there is a new trail where there was no trail before. Wait. Alright.
Colonials? You must have gotten lost to have come this far from nowhere. To whom do I owe the honor?
De Sardet. I am legate of the Congregation of Merchants on this island.
A legate? Here? Pardon my dismay, but we don't get many official sorts around here. Captain Idris. I am the ranking officer in charge of this Bridge Alliance outpost. What can I do for you, sir?
I'm looking for Constantin d'Orsay, the island governor of the Congregation of Merchants.
A governor? Here? Whatever would he be doing in this rattle?
My cousin was part of an expedition in this region. His men and his camp were attacked. They nearly all died. But we found no trace of his body, which has us hoping that he may still be alive. Wounded and holding up somewhere, or even captured.
Have you cast your suspicions in our direction? I hope this is a joke. We've had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. In my book, we've been totally forgotten. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency, but we haven't seen him. And we definitely haven't kidnapped him. The region is dangerous. The natives are heartless. You should be looking in their direction.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison up there, don't you?
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note, signed by your hand.
And they are dead. I had hoped they'd have survived and would eventually return.
Explain yourself, Captain. What were your men doing on the clifftop?
They were monitoring the zone. They were to warn us of any troop movements. We have lost too many men to surprise attacks. We decided to take initiative and be ready. Yesterday, we heard screams and saw some strange lights up there. But I was hoping...
And you didn't go and see for yourself? You hear screams, certainly those of your own men, and you don't do anything.
So the last of my men give up their lives for nothing as well? You can think of me as a coward if you like. But me, I'm taking no more unnecessary risks.
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding something back from me? I am convinced that you are hiding something from me, Captain. I will return.
And my answers will not change. Anything else?
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
Alright, we will leave it at that for the moment, as we are out of time for this episode. But if you have enjoyed this one, please give it a like and consider subscribing. Check out some of the other series on my channel. And to Sardet, Vasco, Ciora, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.